In part 1, we talked about what overthinking is and why your brain gets trapped in endless mental loops. Today, we're going deeper into the psychology behind that cycle, the hidden triggers that keep it alive, and the practical strategies psychologists use to break free from it. The deeper psychology behind overthinking. To understand overthinking, we need to stop looking at thoughts and start looking at what creates those thoughts. Because overthinking doesn't begin in the mind. It begins in emotion. Imagine you're about to send an important message. Before you hit send, a feeling appears. Maybe it's uncertainty. Maybe it's fear of being judged. Maybe it's fear of rejection. That feeling lasts only a few seconds, but then your brain jumps in. What if they misunderstand me? What if I sound stupid? What if this changes everything? And just like that, a simple emotion transforms into hundreds of thoughts. Psychologists call this process rumination. Instead of experiencing an uncomfortable emotion directly, the brain tries to solve it through thinking. The problem is that emotions are not puzzles. They aren't meant to be solved. They're meant to be felt. Yet many people spend years trying to think their way out of feelings. And that's where the cycle begins. But there's another layer that's even more fascinating. Research in psychology suggests that overthinkers often have a low tolerance for uncertainty. In other words, they struggle with not knowing. Most people can tolerate some uncertainty. They can make a decision without having every answer. Overthinkers can't. Their brain treats uncertainty as a threat. And whenever the brain detects a threat, it starts searching for information. More information, more possibilities, more outcomes. The brain believes certainty is the cure. But certainty never arrives, because life itself is uncertain. So the search continues. This creates what psychologists call the certainty trap. The more certainty you seek, the more anxious you become. And the more anxious you become, the more you think. Another hidden driver of overthinking is perfectionism. Most people think perfectionism is about wanting things to be perfect. That's only part of the story. Deep down, perfectionism is often about avoiding mistakes. Avoiding criticism, avoiding failure, avoiding embarrassment. The perfectionist brain doesn't ask, what's a good decision? It asks, what's the decision that guarantees nothing goes wrong? And that decision doesn't exist. So the mind keeps analyzing, over and over again, searching for a perfect answer in an imperfect world. In the next video, we'll explore a psychological phenomenon that silently controls many of your decisions every day, even when you don't realize it. And once you see it, you'll start noticing it everywhere. Subscribe for weekly psychology insights.